is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to... out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Cardinals first down.
Now Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go! 2-2.
First carry for James Conner. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Couldn't avoid an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
Play action now. Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Second and 10. Here's Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it on for a giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Because I didn't want to mess with your sleep.
Dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
The Giants will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone.
Like you always do, without a word.
They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you breaks the tackle? He's got room to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground.
You
They
okay?
end up letting him get away,
You
and it
okay?
turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make
So you find
amends
yourself
on a
choked?
second down and 17. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Get the fuck out of here.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Giants first down. A gain of 7. And the Giants first down.
Got it. Ready? Cougar 19. Stop below 18.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, here's Dart. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown,
Man.
Giants. Theo Johnson, 38 yards. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
The Giants will line up.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Watch him out.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now 2nd and 5.
Big Ace open.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 22-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That's a bad throw.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. So that now...
You know what to do.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3. From the 21, here's 2nd and 7. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. This is Henry. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And
Where you go, man?
all the way. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Okay, come lay down in a sec.
Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
I'm gonna dog you this game, Ali. Yes, ma'am.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. Own 18-yard line.
A play fake, now Dart. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And he's got this up
Boy,
close
put
to
in
the
Neighbors.
35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
And the Giants First down.
On play action, it is Dart. That is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On the play fake, here's Dart. He's got his man, Wandale Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
65. Third. Set. 18 cop. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10. That's a 16-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he is out of bounds on the return as that ends the first quarter of action. We are through one. It's the Ravens out front. More from MetLife Stadium after this. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
2nd and inches. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
3rd and a yard. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. Oh, big hole left side. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A beautiful combination in the air there. Pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 2nd down, Dart. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on 3rd down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Out to his right. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take possession.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
18 yards. A great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. We've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down, Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Those are the only seats left, love. What made you ask me that? Right there. Yeah, those are the only reservations that was available there. Like they ain't had nothing inside. I'm hoping that when we get there, I'm able to change it.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw.
Don't do, baby. You know better than that.
Run to the right. That ball flutters to the ground. It's
I won't.
Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area.
We ain't gonna be outside in the cold. There's gonna be some heat around.
Second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This shit over with, Ali.
Now a timeout. Giants. That is their second.
Go ahead quick so I can get up. Bum ass nigga.
Seconds to go until halftime.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because...
Oh, a huge mistake.
About to score, huh? I'm about to score. Yeah.